Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wicked Reading. Today I will be reading SCP-1506, Aerial Arachnids. Object Class, Heater. SCP-1506 is the designation for the global phenomena which spontaneously generates instances of SCP-1506-1. -1 is the designation for anomalous colonies of at least approximately 900 spiders of mixed species. By application of multiple varieties of spider silk, -1 is able to build a complex web structure less dense than air in which the spiders may live. -1 exhibits remarkable behavior, as individual spiders are rarely seen working in cooperation and never in cross-species cooperation. -1 also shows changes in predation behavior, web tension strength, and web adhesion. -1 has been found at altitudes of up to 18 kilometers. In order to change altitude, the volume of -1 is increased or decreased, suggesting the web structure is being consistently maintained. When -1 descends below 500 meters, it is to be assumed that the colony will soon begin predation behavior. Thus far, it is unknown how spiders are able to detect their prey at this height. -1's preferred method of predation is to spin a web to the ground from altitude. Any animalia touching the spider web will instantly adhere and be unable to remove the web. Only live animal matter exhibits this behavior. When enough food has been caught, -1 will reel in the web at kilometers an hour. When -1 has fully reeled in its prey, the web structure will engulf the animal. Consumption of prey takes place over days, independent on both sides of the prey and the colony. Humans take approximately 5 days for an average-sized colony to digest. The largest single prey animal recorded has been an elk, taking 11 days to digest. Waste is allowed to fall freely, leaving a desiccated husk that will often shatter on impact. -1 was first identified as SCP-1506 before the realization of multiple instances. -1 was first brought to the Foundation's attention on 2000, when a viral video thought to originate in Chile showed a man walking through the streets of at 2:47 local time according to the timestamps. For 2 minutes he is tracked by 8 security cameras, the footage of which has been seamlessly edited together, until he suddenly stops walking whilst looking very startled. The subject of the video begins brushing at his arms and face before vanishing. High-speed analysis shows that he has been dragged vertically out of frame. The poor resolution of security footage has made it impossible to determine the actual speed, but kilometers an hour is within estimations. The footage has been doctored to remove the 3 frames and has been publicly revealed to be part of the viral campaign for energy drink. SCP-1506-1-14 is a colony captured on 2000. Cameras placed on prey animals have shown the internal structure to be incredibly complex. The colony is divided into living chambers and buoyancy chambers, with no genus of spider noticeably more active in web maintenance. Every foreign spider introduced to the colony has been accepted without incident. Introducing new spider species to -14 is now banned. 200 different spiders from around the world have been introduced to the colony, and it is believed there is no more data to be gained from this research. -14 is being studied to determine longevity of the colony. So far, the colony remains healthy in a simulated high-altitude environment, feeding when necessary. Using remote cameras to explore the structure has proven a failure, as all attempts have had the drone immobilized by web and excreted in the usual manner. Spider-mounted cameras have failed in a similar manner. The only successful method to obtain internal visuals is through prey-mounted camera, which allows only for stationary video feeds. Tests indicate a normal oxygen level and atmospheric pressure within living chambers. Little headway has been made as to the mode of transmission of SCP-1506, but the most favored theory is communication of learned behavior. Investigation is ongoing into how the spiders communicate. Research on Malus gregalis and other social spiders has been promising, but so far no headway has been made. So far, -1 has appeared on all continents except Antarctica and shows no preference for member spider species, either solitary or social. Event 1506 Sigma on 2000. SCP-1506-1-9 collided with commercial flight. -9 had been under special observation due to its significant volume. It has been theorized that -9 contained over million individual spiders. On impact with flight, -9 was observed to burst. The web structure was observed to cling to the plane for 40 seconds before being pulled into a damaged seam between fuselage panels. The black box flight recorder indicates the spiders entered the flight cabin, causing significant damage to the aircraft's electronics, including radio equipment. The flight continued for another 78 minutes before crashing. Flight was over in an uninhabited area for the crash, preventing further casualties. It is believed that the resulting explosion and dispersal of the spiders that made up -9 is responsible for the increased generation rate of -1. Special containment procedures. High-resolution satellite imagery is to be processed by computer for possible -1 occurrences. Once confirmed as an occurrence, SCP-1506-1's position is to be monitored and checked against computer modeling of wind patterns. Should -1 rapidly descend or ascend into a wind current predicted to take -1 through human-populated areas, MTF-517, aka the Arachnophobes, are to be readied for procedures 1506-Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. Procedure 1506-Alpha. Using mobile anti-smog fans, MTF-517 are to attempt to guide -1 into a wind current predicted to take -1 towards a local nature reserve populated with larger mammalia. If necessary to disguise the procedure from the public, cover will be provided as cutting-edge industrial agriculture testing in rural areas, and as air quality specialists in urban areas. Procedure 1506-Bravo. Should 1506-Alpha fail to keep -1 away from human population centers, MTF-517 are to begin a Type B amnestic treatment as necessary for witnesses of predation. Procedure 1506-Charlie. MTF-517 are to use mobile stasis logs to contain the area around -1, while flamethrowers and Arachnid 7 are used to disperse -1. Arachnid 7's boiling point is above 1500 degrees Celsius, making it safe to use with conventional flamethrowers. Under no circumstances may Arachnid 7 be used without stasis locks active to contain the aftermath. Arachnid 7 must not be allowed to enter the biosphere. Procedure 1506-Delta. Following Incident 1506 Sigma, any instance of SCP-1506-1 larger than 200 cubic meters in commercial flight paths are cleared for immediate barometric implosion using Phe detection contained via mobile stasis lock. SCP-1506-1-14 is contained at Site 9 in a pressure-controlled large animal containment cell. Atmospheric pressure is to be maintained to keep -14 approximately in the center of the containment cell. When -14 descends to an artificial altitude of less than 500 meters, viable prey animals are to be introduced to the cell. It has been calculated that kilograms of food over a 4-week period will keep the colony at its current size. In the event of containment breach, Arachnid 7 will be deployed in combination with increasing containment cell pressure to atmospheres. Arachnid 7 must not be allowed to enter the biosphere. Previous procedures. SCP-1506's position is to be monitored and checked against computer modeling of wind patterns. Should SCP-1506 rapidly descend or ascend into a wind current predicted to take SCP-1506 through human-populated areas. MTF-517, aka the Arachnophobes, are to be readied for procedures 1506 Alpha and 1506 Bravo.